Good day to you, children of God. Weekly Feel coming today from Pastor Tyron. Let's go to Ephesians chapter 6 and let's read verse 10, starting in verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Therefore, take up the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Verse 14. Stand therefore, having girded your waist with truth, having put on the breastplate of righteousness, and having shod your feet with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, with which you will be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked one. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Verse 18, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, being watchful to this end with all perseverance and supplication for all the saints. So let's go back. And some of us believers, we struggle because we're looking at the person. We have an issue with the person. It could be the way they present something. It could be the way they say it. But our issue is with the person. It may not be what they're saying, but it's the person. We can't forget verse 12. It says, for we do not wrestle against flesh and blood. And then what are we doing? Wrestling against flesh and blood. We're told we do not wrestle against flesh and blood. That's where the real fight is. But what are we really fighting against? Principalities. You can't see it unless the Lord allows you to see it. Against powers. You can't see it unless the Lord allows you to see it. Against the rulers of the darkness of this age. You can't see that unless the Lord allows you to see it. Against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. You can't see that unless the Lord allows you to see it. The invisible, the spiritual realm, the fight is taking place there. And yet here we are on earth fighting against the flesh. And we are told specifically in the word of God that we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. It's a spiritual fight. Child of God, remember that. It's a spiritual battle. Use your spiritual weapons. Prayer, the word of God, the heavenly host. You got it.